woke up with some rust in my lungs. Like roll up, hold up, I got some blunts in my trunk. Go up, I'm so up, getting high as the sun. You know what? I get buzzed, I'm just having some fun. You know what? I woke up with some rust in my lungs. Like roll up, hold up, I got some blunts in the trunk. Go up, I'm so up, getting high as the sun. You know what? I get buzzed, I'm just having some fun. I get cash, every day I get bags. Ziploc in them rags, Darium in the bag. I rarely ever get mad, blowing rest out the bag like what you talking about. Get some stacks, fill a stash, get a trap house. Live what you rap out, not just what you act out. Been grinding to the pack out, just landed and going back out. They got me on this check route, check it out, I'm having it. Whole lot of sacks with the cash in it. Whole lot of racks and I ain't have to black mask for it. I ain't have to turn the bank into a masquerade. Like give me the loot, I want it all but I ain't in here to shoot. I'm standing tall, you can't give me the boot. It's time to cash out. I woke up with some rust in my lungs. Like roll up, hold up, I got some blunts in my trunk. Go up, I'm toe up, getting high as the sun. You know what? I get buzzed, I'm just having some fun. I woke up, feeling like the man I am. I only entertain the beef, and I ain't got taste for them. Yeah, I used to fuck on Cam, trying to dodge it like a ram. The rents make them understand, my mama named a nigga man. The rents came in the can, break them off like I'm Dan. I guess they think a nigga playing, I swear to God that I don't play. Mr. Pete with Rente, the horseshoe and the one way. I'm fresh like it's Sunday, I just left the Andre in the apartment with Conway. All my niggas from the air, you know they go the dumb way. Rents in my blunt, nigga, whooping me with lean. On Martin Luther King, Mr. Everything. Rice with the steak, rents in the cake. I'ma need a second plate. Shawty want a second date. Ballin' like we on the crate. I remember Jimmy Tate. Long live baby sweet. Atlanta L is not a street. In the city where they reach. I woke up with some rust in my lungs. Like roll up, hold up, I got some blunts in my trunk. Go up, I'm so up, getting high as the sun. You know what? I get buzzed, I'm just having some fun. You know what? I woke up with some rust in my lungs. Like roll up, hold up, I got some blunts in the trunk. Go up, I'm so up, getting high as the sun. You know what? I get buzzed, I'm just having some fun.
Yeah, boy. It's your boy, Solo, for another Solo Cup session. You understand me? We in here, you know what I'm saying? I got some people with me today. I got somebody with me today. I got me a couple people with me today. I mean, y'all gonna love it. We're here to talk about pretty much being sneaky by nature. Also closed chapters, you know what I'm saying? A double topic. But I think they're all going to be fruitful in the bearing of knowledge. We're here to give y'all a little bit of piece of our minds. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody that's checking this video out. Everybody that's coming to show us love. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce my guest today. You know what I'm saying? It's the one and only Miss Nikki. I call her Thicky Nikki. She don't like it, but I love it. And then I got Mr. Chuggy in the building. He tried to slide in the camera on some sneaky stuff because his cap fitting the right way today. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank y'all all for showing up once again. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can talk, man. Y'all ain't got to be quiet in here. We here. We here. Everybody good? Is everybody good? Y'all good? Yeah. Okay, I had to check on you now. So, you know, today I wanted to chat with y'all a little bit about a couple of things that I won't say they bother me, but I will say I don't believe a lot of what women say when it comes to certain things. You know what I'm saying? Tucker, you with me on that?
I'm all the way with you on that.
You with me on that, man?
100.
Okay, see? So I feel that way, you know, but I brought in somebody very special, Miss Nikki, just to let y'all see, you know, how we do things. I don't do things on the bias tip. I don't do things on a bias tip. So I had to bring in a young lady that absolutely will tell the truth, the whole truth, even if it goes against her natural nature. She's going to say exactly what's on her mind, and that's what I brought you here for. To say what's on your mind. You feel me? So, without further ado, I'd like to ask my first question. I ain't gonna keep y'all for a long time, but we're gonna have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Get your beverages. Get whatever you smoke and roll up out there. If that's something you do, get your beverages. Everybody.
You got me
Tilt.
on the ground tonight.
Get your beverages. And whatever else it is, put your feet up. Because we're going to get into a good show this evening and make sure everybody having a good time at the same time. The first question I want to ask you, Miss Nikki, are you ready?
Lord.
Are you ready? Because I came for you today. Who's sneakier in your mind? Men or women, and why?
Honestly, I'm going to say women.
You gonna say women?
I'm going to say women.
Now I need you to speak up now, because the people,
Yeah, you say women.
she said it quiet. She said it quiet.
Yeah, that was
said it
No, look. Okay,
Because I don't think she believe it herself.
Nah, for real. I believe that women are sneaky. Because,
You think they better than us? And
Yeah.
creeping around.
yeah.
Why?
Because one thing about y'all men, and I'm not going to say all men,
Uh-huh.
but the ones I've crossed, the ones I've known, hell, I was raised by men, okay? They get sloppy.
You think men are sloppy?
They get sloppy. After
Okay.
a while, they get sloppy. They start leaving little clues. It's all about that female paying attention. Okay? We don't want to get caught. Most of us really don't want to do it, but we try, and sometimes it happens. But we make sure we cover. You know, we make sure that we're not leaving any clues or any indications.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to still do what we naturally do. Y'all men?
Chunky, how you feel about what she's saying, man?
I totally disagree with that.
Why do you disagree, sir?
Because this the person that you with, either they're going to pay attention to you or they're not paying attention to you. Or they're distracted by something else, totally something else.
So you believe that it's a case-by-case basis, and
Absolutely.
both female and male can be detail-oriented?
Absolutely.
I believe the same thing. This is why I want to debunk the whole saying of women are sneakier than men, because there are very detailed men out there. I am one of them. Women don't get by me. They don't get over, rather. They get by because I let them by. You know what I'm saying? So when you say women cover their tracks, this is what I hear. Mm-hmm. No, you don't. If I let you do that and I didn't say nothing, it's because I ain't caught you red-handed.
My point is,
I know about it. I
agree with you 100%.
Intuition is a real thing for females.
Now that yeah.
Hold on now. Intuition is a real thing, so y'all got help. Intuition is a real thing, but let me tell you something about my brain. It's not wired to let people screw me over simply because my situational awareness is probably at a higher level than most people. I'm always aware of what's going on around me. You know what I'm saying? So if you switch up, you say something or do something out of the ordinary, I may ask a very indirect question that you're going to think is very weird. But there's purpose behind that question. And it's because I know for a fact you thought you covered your tracks, but I'm going to make you tell me. I'm going to make you tell me. You see what I'm saying? So back to you, Miss Nikki. Mm-hmm. I urge you to not believe at our age, because we grown as hell in here. It don't matter how old we are. We grown though.
Okay.
I urge you at this age to tell me right now, without thinking about it, at this age, do you still stand firmly on the fact that there are no detailed men out here after my explanation?
At my age or this age?
This age.
Okay.
Your age is this age.
Well, hey, I mean, you know.
Your age
I'm
ain't
older
this
than
age?
both.
Do I sound funny?
Hey, I'm older than the both of y'all. So at
You
the end of the day,
You scared me.
no.
Are you a vampire?
Because some men
Have you
still
been-
have that mentality
Of what?
that they're 20, 21, 22, and 23.
I don't play them games.
Okay, but you're not gonna find.
I don't play
I'm
them.
not gonna find, and I haven't found,
Okay.
with an exception of let's just say you, Jay,
Okay.
Chunky. Well,
Chunky ain't say he was
chunky.
detailed.
I know. I'm just saying.
He didn't say
Chunky
he was.
is chunky.
So stick by my words
but
for me.
from you,
I'm gonna let him say what he feels about
you know
me.
what I'm saying? There are some who do pay attention.
They are.
But the ones that I've come across, the ones that I know, the ones that I've grew up with, my brothers, they sloppy. They start off right at the beginning, but then they get sloppy with it. So
Let her finish and then come
Right.
on in.
Right.
and I do have, a sister. I mean, she's my sister-in-law.
Okay.
He's never known this whole time
Ah,
that she was creeping.
doing what
Because
she had
she
to
didn't change her
Habits.
routine.
do. Yeah.
She didn't get sloppy with it. She knew what she was doing. She knew the risks.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't change. She still did what she had to do on a daily, on a minute, on a weekly basis. She never changed her routine. Now, like I said, and this man is older now. Okay, this man is older. We saw the sloppiness from the beginning. We saw it off the bat.
Okay. Now.
He now has not one time has he caught her. And to this day, this man still don't know. Now she's no longer, stepping out because he's starting to do right when she called him out on it. And then admitted
So wait,
to
he
it.
was stepping out first.
He stepped.
She cheated back, not cheated.
She cheated back.
Okay, cool.
She cheated back.
Okay, and there are the facts. We don't know these people. I don't know these
Right.
people. So I prefer you never say
Now,
names
with
on
me-
I prefer you never say names on my platform, and I prefer you never give me dates, times, things that I can pinpoint because my platform is strictly about the story, not so
That's
much.
where you detail oriented.
Not so much. I don't care about who did what when. I care about the experience more than the person. So here on my platform, we're gonna talk about the experience and not the people.
Right.
Oh, so now when when you talked about her being able to step out of him not noticing, here's what I know about me. A real connection with a person for a long period of time. I don't care who you are. You could be the dumbest box of rocks. The sex changes. So it had to either stop or he noticed, and because he didn't want to admit to his indiscretions, he didn't say nothing. But the one thing I'm positive of is people can see when things change. The only thing that never changes on earth is change. That's the most constant thing. Change. We notice it whether we want to grasp it and embrace it or not. So when you say he had no idea, I beg to differ. I wish they were here, but we don't know who they are. But I can tell you for myself, things change. Conversation changes. The way you act. Her routine very well may not have changed. But if you've been on a different penis, not that your vagina has to change. Y'all got so many methods to tighten up. Kegel exercises. All kind of things. You could put things in your vagina to make it wetter. For us to make us think you all the way doing your job.
Right.
And be thinking about him the whole time, the other him, not the him in the bed. You know what I'm saying? It's so many tricks to the trade nowadays that I'm not fooled by the petty things a woman can fool a man with. I pay attention to body language. You cannot lie to me about who you are, but for so long. So if they were together that long, as you say, ma'am,
He recognized it.
he saw something that was different. I believe that man decided, if I bring this up, because I've been in these shoes, I've walked in the shoes I'm talking about. That was just one dude. If I bring this up, she could possibly bring up the 4 or 5 that I know she got some kind of idea about. I ain't ready to talk about that. I'm not ready to talk about that. So I'm gonna let you get your one in and enjoy it. We gonna come in this house and we gonna operate like we always do. Like we don't know nothing. I don't know him. You don't know them. Who I've been with. You see what I'm saying? But I cannot just go with the fact that he don't know. He has to be so in tune with something else that he just don't notice that the woman he lived with every day for a long period of time, they got kids.
No.
They ain't got no
Kids,
children.
stepkids.
Either way, they got children involved.
Yeah.
Stepkids is kids. They got children that they both.
They're grown. They're out of the home.
Oh, they ain't even in the home.
No.
Okay, so that's no factor.
No, they don't. They're not in the home.
The thing is, oh, that's even more so he noticed. He ain't even got no distraction of kids.
Thank you.
Let me move it.
Bing, bing.
Let me look at their face. It's one guy that says, look at this one guy that says, bing, bing, bingo. And it's a woman that's saying, wait a minute. Now those aspects make sense. However, what's your reserve? What is telling you you're not completely sold on what I just said? I see your face.
Like I said, to this day, he does not know.
You still believe he has
I still
absolute.
believe.
Then I'm gonna leave that alone. That's okay. What you got, Chunky?
What I gotta say is, God's gonna play that nine where, oh yeah, don't know. Because it's like he said in the first beginning, I haven't caught you red-handed. Till I catch you red-handed, it ain't happening. And your girlfriend's the one that's gonna be out talking about it, but at the same time, the whole while in that corner though, what you hear and what you getting played with by your friends. That's already telling everybody everything else, and it's out there.
So not all guys are players.
Not all guys are players.
No, not all.
And they don't do it
and I
well.
agree with that. Not
They don't
all
do it
men.
well.
But then you got your guys that's gonna.
We just I'm trying to keep it clear. I'm trying to keep it clear for the people watching.
Right.
We're only
And
talking
this gonna
about
keep it-
detail-oriented
And
guys.
this is the thing about it being
that fool you.
detail oriented.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you're with someone and you doing things, one minute, you going places doing this, and then things change. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it might not change drastically, but
Mm-hmm.
it changes.
Mm-hmm.
It don't happen when it normally happen,
Mm.
and then it's always switching around on a different date, time.
Mm-hmm.
Something else comes up.
Mm.
And then well, here's the biggest key where you think guys really don't pick up on it is that the phone calls are different.
Man.
The phone calls are different. They ain't at the same time. You might be getting that phone call normally about 6:37. Now you get that phone call about 5:30, about 15, 20 minutes, and then here come 8 o'clock.
Something changes.
I'm
Something
just saying,
changes.
though. I mean,
Something
everything
changes. Something changes.
And,
And
and you know the biggest key factor to give it away though
what's that?
for women,
What's that?
she say they don't change anything. Women change hair, nails, dress.
They gotta.
Hey,
Man.
but what they don't realize though, if they haven't been wearing the same thing while they've been with that person, and all of a sudden now this is going on,
Now you want to get your nails done.
Oh,
Now you wanna keep your
tell
hair
it,
up.
boy.
Now you want
Boy.
to. Now you
Hey.
want to walk this way,
Now
talk
you-
this way.
Hey.
You know what I notice about women? I'm gonna be honest with you, man. What I notice about
They
women.
try to talk to you a little different.
Well, here's the thing. What I noticed about a woman that I dealt with in the past is that early on I told her, man, you ain't gotta do all that dressing up for me all the time. Like, we good. Like, this us. We in here. I'm in here for you. You in here for me. So she never did it. When we started arguing and we started, I won't even say arguing. When we started disagreeing on things, our first few, that first time you figure out oh wait, I don't even agree with that. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying?
You said the key
What
word.
you talking about? Like,
you said the key word. When you start.
When I started, yeah.
Hey, that's all it takes right there.
But
that's where your change begins. That right there.
What I'm gonna say is the thing that I noticed first is she started telling lies about things I already knew the truth about. It didn't even make no sense to lie to me about what I already know you are not. Trying to send me this way so that she can go this way. When I'm already down here, you coming my way telling me a lie. You know what I'm saying? And to be more specific, it was as easy as I get off at 7. When I can go online and Google what time y'all close.
Right.
I'm detailed. I don't gotta argue with you about what time you get off when I can go online and say, you don't get off at 7, you get off at 8. Or you don't get off at 8. This say you close at 7, then I ride by. You closed at 7. What's this extra hour you done gave me?
That type on what depends on what type
That's
of job you
just
have.
fine. That just depends on what type of job. But
I'm going to tell y'all right now, they closed at 7. Ain't no fixing up, cleaning up, and restaurant, clean the kitchen, and you know what I'm saying? Ain't no, I got to wait on a customer because I know you deal with customers in the car salesman business.
Ain't on there late.
No. We talking about, I can't tell you where simply because that will point to the person I'm talking to.
Right.
But I'm telling y'all, this is a business that 5 minutes before you would lock that door, close that cash register down, and be on the road. And this is also a person I dealt with.
Business.
No, this is also a person. It wasn't a restaurant business because I worked in I did that, and we were sometimes there an hour after we closed.
Of course.
But I'm telling you, this is a business where, okay, I dealt with this person years before we got together. Bro, she was always home 20 minutes after she got off. All of a sudden, an extra hour is needed. Paying for hair that she asked me to help her with.
Hey.
I just said things were changing,
Okay.
but it wasn't
She
for
got
me.
sloppy. But not all women.
I won't say sloppy because
Or she just
she
didn't
took it
care.
to the grave. These lies, she
All
took
women
it to the
don't take it to
grave.
the grave.
Even right now, she won't admit what I know. Even though I approached her and said, listen, this is what I know. This is what I did to find out. You disrespected me, took my privacy from me. Why the fuck did you? That's what it turned into instead of, damn, I'm caught.
Well,
that's when I knew it was time to go. Also.
right.
But my thing was, it's not that we not detail oriented or we not paying attention. Sometimes it's not enough to engage you over. And also sometimes, tell me this. Have you ever been comfortable in a relationship? Comfortable.
Yes, at the beginning.
Knowing you should have been left. Like, this ain't even worth fighting for.
Yeah.
And you just so
I can
comfortable.
honestly say that.
Sitting there like,
I have.
this is.
I have.
Ooh.
Only because I was young.
Mm.
I had 2 small kids. And I dealt with it because I was hoping. Or I was trying to step out on faith that it would change. As many times as I left and I was begged to come back, I would change. I was hoping that he would change. Now, at that time, I didn't step out. And this is speaking for me now, not talking about anybody else.
You didn't step out.
I didn't start stepping out until the last 4 years of our relationship.
It takes women a long time to step out.
You know, yeah,
that's why I hurt us more. Because y'all
does.
fuck niggas y'all really like.
You know,
Y'all, they do.
Disagree.
Hold on. They really.
well, I know I did.
Women, that's why it hurt
I
us
did.
more.
I
Because
did.
women really do it to niggas. We could have sex with a girl, we don't even want to know their name. Knock them off and be done with it. Women take time to get to know them, spend time on the phone, texting. They don't really ever cheat till they really like them. That's why we get so mad when they cheat.
Some women.
Why do you disagree with that, Chunky?
I disagree with that.
Talk to me.
100%.
Why?
Because they're gonna do that regardless, bro.
Cheat?
If they
All women don't cheat.
No, and I'm just saying though, if they know to cheat, they're gonna cheat. And women, so
I ain't
women,
talking about women known to cheat. I'm talking about the women that feel like circumstantially,
correct.
it's my turn to cheat back.
Correct, but at the same time, and that's because they've been cheated on.
All I'm saying is,
People want to make to go blind.
okay, all I'm saying is basically, you don't have to have a woman that's absolutely committed, right? Let's just say they only been dating 3 months, right? If they dating 3 months, and she find out, oh, he cheating on me, I say a woman will forgive it early and say, you know what? We knew. They quick to forgive us. You know how many times a woman will forgive. I know you know that. Us, let us find out another penis involved. Oh, she for the streets. Let the streets cover that tab. Am I wrong?
Right.
That's what I mean by women really cheat with guys they actually like.
Not all women.
Not all women. I'm
that.
talking about my experience. Remember now.
Your experience.
No,
Okay.
I'm saying I'm saying I can only speak from my experiences. I can never make a blanket statement about all women, even though I'm saying women. Stay focused. Women that I've dealt with only cheated with guys they really liked and moved on and kept messing with them until they found out he wasn't on nothing but trying to smash. You know what I'm saying? So
Hey, let me ask you this here.
What?
9 times out of 10, the one she cheat with is someone that you know is very close.
It wasn't nobody I knew. Nah.
But I'm just saying, hypothetically, no.
If it was, he cool with me.
Hey.
I ain't never had a problem with dudes sleeping with. To me, the moment he get her, she's not mine. That's my theory. If you can get her, she was never mine. So I ain't never had the emotion guys have had towards me my entire life, by the way. I struggled with this. I've lost so many homeboys. I know you ain't behind. I'm saying I've struggled with trying to reason with homeboys saying, bro, listen, we not beefing behind that chick. She chose you for a reason, even if it was for a moment. She chose you for a moment. My biggest thing is, we not finna bruise each other up, beat each other to sleep, and have our egos pounding our chest while she already picking the next dude. I could go to work, you know what I'm saying, and make a bag and meet a good woman at work that ain't gonna cheat on me before I get to tussling and messing up my good the Jermaine Hall show shirt and hat. You ain't finna have me out here dirty. My jeans go to the cleaners to get creased. You finna have me out here tussling with a dude because you decided to have sex with somebody? It never made sense to me. My daddy taught me that early. Fight for the woman you married to that you know is your partner and she's been disrespected. You do not fight for the woman that chose another man. I learned that real early. So it makes me sick to my stomach for a guy to come to me and say, bro, I know you talking to such and such and I'm gonna have to see you about that. You ain't gonna have to see me. You know me by my face and where I stay at. So if you come to my crib, now you testing my manhood and you trespassing. We not fighting about the girl no more. You came over here for me. You catch me out with her and try me over her, I'm gonna try to walk away. You'll never catch me.
She can leave with you.
She can go with you.
Absolutely.
We got no argument.
Absolutely. She can leave with you.
In the comments, it say it take a lot for a woman who's fully committed and in love to actually cheat. I believe that. This is what I was saying. Women really cheat with men they actually have a connection with. I don't believe. Listen, I don't think guys.
And I'm speaking that from myself.
Hold on. I'm gonna let you speak right now. Go.
So not necessarily, because I've done it.
Mm-hmm.
I have done it with somebody that I actually knew.
You
from a past.
You had sex with an old partner.
And I have done it with somebody that I had I don't want to say just met, but known for, you know what I'm saying, like a week or two.
Right.
And I've done it, and I hadn't gotten caught because I never changed my routine.
Okay.
Never changed my routine. Okay. I did what I had to do. I was taking care of kids. I was working 60, 70 hours a week, which they knew. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Which my partner knew. The only way he found out is because I told him after the relationship was over and when he threatened to kill me. Like, when did you have time to kill me?
He threatened to kill you?
Well, I mean, because for the simple fact that I was like, look.
Ladies and gentlemen, what we just heard, a small break. He threatened to kill her because her box fire. That ain't had nothing to do with love. Her box is fire. I wouldn't know. But when a man threatened to kill you, your box and your ability is off the Richter scale. So I'm going to show you this woman. And if you can't handle a woman with 5 box
in that mouth,
and that mouth is controlling your lifestyle, stay away from Miss Thicky Nikki. Okay, what were you saying? We had to take that small break.
So like I said, I told him after the relationship was already over. And he broke down in tears. He was like, bitch, I'll kill you. When did you have time? I said, you never paid attention. But I wasn't sloppy with it either. And this is a man that I had been with for 11 years.
Wow.
11 years. And like I said, I didn't start doing this until 4 years before we even broke up. Mm-hmm. Because he couldn't figure out how. There's us women are not going to tell all secrets. But with me, like I said, I never changed my routine. I worked. I took care of the kids. Took them football practice. He was there. Took them cheer practice. He was there. But we also have a lunch break. We also have a break. There's things where you're not paying attention. Not paying attention. Yeah, us women, we do have tricks. We do have tricks that, like you said earlier in the show, you know what I'm saying? Whether it was Kegels, whether it was, whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, he never knew because he was like, the whole time, he says, you did it when? I said, the last 4 years, I've had an affair. I've had a few of them. The most affairs that I've actually had was with somebody I knew from the past. You know what I'm saying? The only other time that it wasn't from the past, it was, like I said, it was just that,
How many was close friends?
None of them.
Close friends, that's important.
None of them. And see, the thing is, when I was with him, he was the type of person where he was very controlling. That he was. I couldn't have, like, if you weren't family, you couldn't come over, or I couldn't go out, type of deal. Oh, well, if you're going out, then we're all going out. That was the type of person that he was, which was fine. I didn't mind. And just like I stepped away to the bathroom at the casino, old dude was right in the bathroom with me. We was getting it. Came on right on out, talking about my stomach was bubbling. I've done that. There's things that we can say that you're not. I'm just saying. I was like, I've done it in the bathroom a few times. In my nudies at the dinner table.
Oh my God, you are with the wait a minute.
I'm just saying.
Wait, no.
Every woman, but
whoa, wait. Wait.
Folks, do y'all
You have had sex in the bathroom with a side dude, and your dude was at the dinner table?
Sure did.
You are dope.
And he went home with my drawers.
Wow.
And
she had the bubby guts.
well, that's what
That
I
is-
told him I had was the bubble guts, and
I
I had to
think-
go to the bathroom.
That is the dopest.
But I went to the bathroom.
I'd have never. Let me tell you
and
something.
I got my freak on.
And he ain't hear nothing, think nothing.
Nah.
I know what I gotta care at this moment. I gotta care at this moment because
I'm lost words.
I gotta care at this moment because you did it
Why he was there?
while I'm here. You ain't even try to hide it from me like you.
Because
you
at that
really-
point in my relationship, I was done. I didn't care if I got caught. But I didn't. I still never changed my routine the whole time.
You changed your routine because now you fucking in front of me. Your routine definitely changed.
But here's the thing. He never knew.
Okay,
It
Miss.
wasn't, like I said, it
But hold
wasn't
on,
until
hold on. Y'all
after
sex
the
life was
fact.
over with then. Y'all wasn't having sex then.
Oh, no, we were still having sex.
And you mean it?
Her box is fire. Hold on one second. Miss Johnson say women cheat for different reasons than men. I agree. She said a man can't take the hurt that they give a woman. That's a fact in my mind.
Yes, sir.
I believe that there are some men that just don't care enough and they can take all the hurt you dish out because they sitting there thinking of it objectively. I don't really want to engage in a conversation about cheating because I'm really out here. And if I tell you who I'm cheating with, your sister, because your dad's still living. So go ahead, keep on cheating. I'm not having that conversation. I love you, baby. I love you, baby. Go ahead, do you. I'm finna ride out to AutoZone for about 2 hours. You see what I'm saying? I just can't believe a guy can sit at the dinner table and eat his steak and hear in cadence.
Right.
Or hear something get knocked over, or you going, wait. Something was heard. Ain't no way this man did not know you got slid. Was y'all in a restaurant?
We was in a restaurant. We was at a really popular restaurant.
And you was gone how long?
The restaurant was busy.
Approximately how long was you
from
gone?
the table?
About 7-8 minutes.
Oh damn.
Oh, y'all got a real quickie.
Oh, they got
So that was pee, powder your face.
It's the adrenaline. So when you're adrenaline,
No.
your adrenaline's up and
agree.
we, yeah.
Wait. I'm with.
I'm out.
I'm with all that, but who didn't see that man go in the woman's bathroom?
I didn't care.
Listen, he ain't got no real friends. I be having friends in the same restaurant I'm in taking the girl out. My old lady or not. We be in there. Somebody know me and they'll text me, bruh. Somebody just went in the bathroom behind your girl.
Now this all happened for me before my Clarksville days. I mean, I lived in LA, so it's, you know what I'm saying?
We've been on this subject way too long.
Right.
Way too long. I got more questions. I'ma move forward. You a dope as hell, Miss Thicky Nicky. You done blew our mind tonight.
Yeah.
I
I told my
What's
girl I
up?
was gonna watch
I
that
would
movie.
ask you this next question, but you pretty much answered it. What's something sneaky you did back in the day and got away with it? But
I already
That's
that's gotta be the best story.
She covered that, bro.
Hey.
That's gotta be the best. That was my next question. So, was it more of the thrill, which you answered also? Was it more of the thrill to be sneaky, or straight up in the relationship? Do you think that it was more of a thrill for you to say, "Hey, listen, this thing we have is dead, so we can stay together till we don't have to stay together, or we can leave"? Or was it more fun to say, "Nah, fuck that, I'm finna go get some wood. And I ain't telling nobody"? Which one was more fun? Being straight up in a relationship or the thrill?
Both.
I can't hear you, baby.
Both.
Both.
Both can't be equally fun.
It was shit. You don't know me.
Both was fun for
Both
you?
was fun.
I ain't gonna tell you what it can't be. So tell me why both amount to the same thing for you.
Because I was able to get away without being caught.
Speak up, so right?
I was able to, and then that's honestly, I was able to get away without being caught. Okay, but I told him straight up at the end, like, look.
So by the time you told him, it was closure.
Yeah, I've already had my closure. He just didn't know that.
He didn't.
Right.
Okay, cool.
So at the end, when he came home and I was loading up the U-Haul with my car on tow, I said, I love you, but I can't do this anymore.
Dope.
I was like, here's the keys. I paid the mortgage for 3 months. I've already pulled my name out the deed. The copy's on the table for you.
Here's the reason
you
I
can
always
have
say,
everything. Me and the kids are out. I'm done. I can't do it no more.
Here's the reason I always say, people don't break up today. It takes a while. You've been breaking up for months, even years sometimes. So by the time somebody says, I'm finished, that's closure enough. When you're able to walk away, I believe that you've been breaking up a long time. But here's my
Well, in the mind, they was already broken up. If you
Yeah.
ask me.
In my mind, it was.
That's
In my mind, it
So
was.
it was already done.
Great. Great. Let me ask y'all a question. I'm glad y'all said that. Chunky, I'm gonna start with you. Could you date him pending you being single? Let's say you dead single. This is all hypothetical. You dead single out here. Could you date a woman that says I'm married, but I'm separated? Since you said that.
Since I said that, no,
Since you said
I
that,
couldn't do that.
You couldn't date a married woman that's separated. So that contradicts you saying some people can end a relationship mentally.
No, not really.
Yeah, no.
They was already
You
done.
said they done. Why
They
you
were
can't
just
deal with
comfortable. They couldn't leave. They didn't have the time.
So why can't you deal with her? If she's all the way separated, he live in another house, she live in that house by herself. They just ain't got the
They wasn't
paperwork.
living in a separate house. They was sitting in the
No,
same
I'm
house.
saying if a woman is separated.
Oh, if she's separated,
Yeah, I'm
and
like
they have
asking-
different houses.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can do it?
Yeah.
How about you? You can't. You still can't do it?
No.
Why?
Because I've also been in that situation. And they end up getting back. Like, she just, I guess when I got there,
But you know that
I knew that they were separated. They lived in, they actually had paperwork. You know what I'm saying? They had paperwork. I guess it was, I don't know, it was financial for her because it wasn't financial for him. You know what I'm saying? But the situation was she saw what we had together as a couple and she missed it. So it got to the point where she was doing drive-bys. You know what I'm saying? She would pop up. Now this lady was a stalker. You know what I'm saying?
This is if you were married, yes.
But they were legally separated.
You know what y'all doing?
But you still married by paper.
You know what y'all
Right,
doing?
you are.
You know what y'all doing? Y'all are solidifying my next point. The reason I said, thank y'all so much. I'm glad y'all laughing. Because I said I don't ask questions. I don't ask questions for no reason. This is why I asked y'all that. The reason I said I will never date a woman that's married, seriously, because they can always get back together.
They're going
They
to.
can
And
go.
that was my point.
It's not that they can't. They
They're
can't.
going to.
No, it's not that they can't divorce. I get it. You separated. He moved in his own crib a year ago. But anything can happen to where he say, "Baby, I'm sorry. I figured out where I was wrong," and she missed just the smallest part of the best parts of him.
And I'm gonna say this right here.
I don't want to entangle myself with that. That's the word of 2020.
Hey.
1 second. Let me get these comments so that they don't feel neglected. Thank y'all once again for showing up and talking to us. He says, yes, Miss Kiki68. She said by the time a woman verbally says we're finished, she probably been contemplating the decision mentally for some time. I agree with you. We all agreed on that, didn't we?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. So there was a question asked, is she legally separated or not? And I said legally yes, but not divorced. Miss Nokia says couldn't do it. I have to hurt her. That's a rental property. That's geography. Absolutely. All the things you're saying is my reserve for dating a woman that's married, I feel like because of the paperwork involved, they could always just change their mind.
They're going to. They're women.
Right.
It's not that they're women. Some women really do leave. It be the man holding them up.
Now, let me just say this right here. They're going to do that just because that's something they was been with for 5-10 years.
Sometimes kids involved.
And kids involved. And so now they out of their comfort zone. That's all it is. They getting out of their box. You getting out of your box just to try to find yourself.
And getting us out your box.
Hey,
y'all heard it right here.
Letting them in your box, but you're gonna eventually. Hey, look, you just in the box. Now you got to get out of the box because this is what my box is for right here. This is what I started my grind with. You know what I mean? So therefore,
go ahead. I'm listening.
So therefore, of course, she's gonna go back to that because that's what she was coming. Now she's thinking back with her hand, saying, "Okay, I've been 15 years in this relationship, or 20 years in this relationship. I done had my little fun. He done had his little fun. We both done figured it out. He done figured it out. He know where he went wrong, or I went wrong. You know what I mean? So now we both on that same page. We done and over with that. Let's put this shit back together." And that's what fucking happens. I mean, that's life. And if you got a realist, but you ain't got, but
that's
you
not
gotta
all.
take it this way though.
401k plans.
But
there's so many other things that tie people together with that paperwork.
Let me say this: as me being a young fella that's grew up without a mother and father in the home, but you got grandparents that been together since they were so young and never been married, but had 15, 18 kids back in those days. Those more. They didn't. Man, I wish the old back in the day.
But we talking about 2020.
Talking about 2020 now.
Yeah.
People don't have the same thing that it was built in them. They done took it and dissected all the way out now.
Yeah.
So they don't have that to grow with these young people now. So, yes, some of them be married for 5 years and be done. Some of them be married 6 months.
Shit, I done met somebody been married for 8 months.
That's my whole point. A woman gonna do that because she been there in that relationship, like you say. Go back to that. She's gonna say, "Okay, you just for a part time right now. Anyway, till I figure out what I'm really gonna do." And last, you that motherfucker that just said, "Hey, this is what it finna be. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show you." And that dude done showed her, I can do the same thing he was doing.
I feel that.
You feel where I'm coming from? Because maybe maybe he sees something in you that what he always wanted in a woman, or you got something. And that's the thing about it. They just say every woman.
Pause for 1 second. I got a comment for you, Chunky. This comment comes from Miss Youngblood. Thank you for joining us, sweetheart. She said, "Chunky, someone must have really hurt you because all women ain't the same." Laugh out loud. In his defense, before you respond to that, Chunky, I will say he never ever claimed to be speaking for every woman. We all have agreed that we're going to speak from our own personal experience. There's no blanket statements made here because we have not met all of you to speak on all of you. And Miss Nokia Johnson say, yeah, he's been hurt. Let me tell y'all something about what y'all saying right now. Me too. I'm not afraid to say that this is where this platform comes from. My testimony would be nothing without a past of struggle that I've been through. So yeah, I don't know if he's been hurt. I don't know if he's been hurt. I don't know if he's been pained in the manner that I've been pained in. I was really in love. I was all in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Miss Johnson say me 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Me to an infinity amount. I've been pained to the point that it forced me to understand. But see, God took me in a different direction. He didn't force me to become a dog. God spoke to me and said, this is your return for how you don't treat women. I took it as a wake-up call. I didn't take it as a all women ain't shit.
Right.
I took it as a wake-up call that I was more than what I was given. So once I took my wake-up call and said, okay, that shit hurt. I didn't like being misled. I didn't like being mishandled. How do I choose to moving forward? Well, stand up. That's all God was trying to tell me. Stand up. I gave you a spine to stand up straight. Whole time you've been bending over, slithering like a snake. Now stand up, and I will absolutely show you exactly how to engage a woman, which my parents taught me. I had 2 parents in the home. I don't have the story of a lot of kids out here today that's missing a parent in the home or don't know how to react to women or how to react to authority. It's so many things kids and women and children alike, they just lack. I don't have that issue. I just chose not to listen. I was hard-headed. You know what I'm saying? The streets were attractive to me back then. So I will say I got raised by both sides, but the more fruitful side has been resorting back to the foundation, which was my parents. You know what I'm saying? And going through it now, my whole transition, the best part about it was I got broken not to be finished. I wasn't destroyed. I was broken down, back down to the foundation to rebuild. That was the best part for me. I thought I was finished. I thought it was rock bottom and I wasn't getting up. That's how emotion treats you. Real life told me, no, now you've got a chance to rebuild. It wasn't over. This is still your land. This is still your foundation. Just because the house is gone doesn't mean you can't rebuild. So when you say he's been hurt, I hope so. I hope he has a background to come with the stories that he has. But being that I know this man personally and everybody else doesn't, I know for a fact he's learned a lot of things along the way. Because shit, he done said things to me that taught me things. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. We've been hurt. Y'all don't have to say it no more. Don't keep poking me with them needles, ladies.
Hey, you asked me. I tell you like it is. I be, hey, I hide nothing.
Hey, that ain't why we here to hide. So in transition, I'm gonna say how impactful, because both of y'all clearly have been through closing chapters before, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
I just recently closed one after a year.
You just recently closed one?
Mm-hmm, after a year. As a matter of fact.
I always say a year's relationship is not really a relationship. Here's why I say that. I say that because a year's relationship is my personal time to get to know you, period. The Bible says go through 4 seasons with your girl or your wife when you cleave to them. Mm-hmm. That's just my following. So I say the year is the time that I get to know you. They often, when you hear people say get married, they normally, the people that have been married a long time, say the first year was the hardest year I had to go through.
Right.
That's because you're getting to know them.
No, I meant in.
And when I say getting to know them, they done moved in. That title done hit her. Now she more entitled. You know, and she know.
Boy, did you
put that ring on her finger.
Hey,
now she's more entitled.
I was trying, when you asked that question, I
Miss
was trying to
Nokia,
say.
no ma'am, you're not wrong for saying that. No, you're not. No, you're not. He doesn't feel any kind of way.
Absolutely.
Miss Johnson said she apologized. She was wrong for saying that. No, you're not.
What you say? I didn't.
It was just her saying you've been hurt. Somebody really hurt.
You're
not wrong for that.
No, you did not hurt my feeling at all.
No, it's not about hurt feelings. I'm letting her know you can say whatever you need to say on this platform.
Absolutely.
I don't bring people up here with thin skin. He an open book. He would have told you. You know what I'm saying? I just had to defend the term of hurt for a moment, and I got off on my soapbox. I apologize. That ain't even what we was talking about. But Miss Johnson, you are not in the wrong. Say what you're thinking. Say what you feel. This right here is an open platform, sweetie. You did nothing wrong. You are a queen in your own right. Keep coming back with every thought that you have. Say it all. If you think we scumbags, tell us. We accept it.
There's a lot of them out there think we scumbags. Hey, I just tell you like it is, and whether you like it or not. I mean, you got to take it like it is. I mean,
hello.
If the shoe fit, wear it.
Amen. Amen.
I promise you, I will.
Some people need
whatever.
Some people need to hear it from a stranger that they're a scumbag.
Yeah.
Because their friends won't tell them.
I promise you.
And I'll tell you.
You know what I'm saying?
So I promise you, all my true friends that I do have
So
They
I
will tell you.
true friends, difference. So I was transitioning into this next question, which led us to what type of impact were your closed chapters in terms of positive lessons? What did you learn from closing those chapters? Miss Nikki, we're gonna start with you and move to Chunky.
Okay, so let me kind of clarify. I'm saying I finally got my closure after a year. It took a year for me to get that closure. Okay, so to answer that question, the lessons that I've learned was, for me, this is just
Remember,
for me.
I said positive.
Okay, for me is to go back to what I'm used to or I'm comfortable.
You got back to you?
Got back to me. Okay, so let me, for the ones who know me, I have a certain type of people that I like. Okay?
Everybody
Yes,
does.
we do.
Everybody does though, baby.
Right, okay.
I don't-
But
I don't-
the thing was, whether it was family, whether it was friends, give other people a chance. Because I have that certain type. So because I stepped outside my box of what I like in a person,
So you
or
open up,
whether it's a skin color
you
or
open up your pool.
exactly, I stepped out the box
That's dope.
to give people a
We
chance.
don't even want to get on that stepping out the box side.
That's dope.
And I was hurt.
That's dope.
I was
That's dope.
hurt. But I learned a lot more. And what I'm saying is, I learned when it came to time management. I learned, stuff about me, how I never had to encounter. I encountered, like, I don't do booty calls. And I shouldn't have to feel that I'm a booty call, because our work schedules are so tight that it just seems like when it's, the only time I get to see him is when it's time to lay down, or when I leave the bar, or, when I'm not, with my family or my friends.
Right.
I felt like I was a booty call, but that was for me, and he kept telling me, don't feel that way.
Well,
because our work schedules
clashed.
It clashed. But
Wait. Let me ask you a question before you go forward.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate to cut you off. I don't like doing that. But I need clarity on this. Was the relationship based off of sex in the beginning?
no, it was not.
Were you getting more time before the sex?
It was the
On a
same.
personal level?
It
on
was
a
the
personal.
same.
It was the same.
It was the
So
same.
once you start having sex, you expected him to change his schedule?
No. Make more time. Because
You're saying-
he made time for everybody else.
Were you
but
willing to make?
I didn't get the time. But
Were
I
y'all
was
committed?
always asked. Yeah, we were together for over almost 2.5
Oh,
years.
y'all were committed and he didn't make time for you.
We tried to work. It was always, I worked around his schedule. And
So you made all the
he would make
sacrifices.
plans, but then had to cancel because somebody over here was like, hey, I need help. I need you to come do this.
Mm.
Okay, which would take 20 to 30 minutes.
Mm.
And then, I fell asleep.
Mm.
But now, let me ask
But
you.
I can be there.
I
I
will
can
say-
show up, or just stay in the house, or whatever it was.
Who was committed then? Answer me that.
Personally, I think I was the only one that was committed to it.
That's what I was gonna say.
He started at the beginning. I did not.
Well, people always show you their representative in the beginning.
You know what I'm
that.
saying? But it was more like don't leave situation. And
Why?
it was more like, we're going to do this. It got better. He fixed it, whatever. And then
So
turned around.
he gave you changed behavior and resulted back.
Yeah.
It was temporary change.
Because
behavior.
it was like, just bear with me. Just bear with me, please. Just bear with me.
Okay.
And because I stepped outside that box and I actually, listen, most of my people will tell you off the bat,
Mm-hmm.
I never saw myself ever getting married. Because I always said, hey, if I'm not married by the age 35, 40, I don't even want to get married. I'm cool. Being around all my family and friends who are married and the things that they go through,
Yeah.
I'm cool.
Mm.
For the simple fact that I don't have to report to nobody. I don't have to be in at a certain time.
Mm.
I don't have to, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to answer to nobody.
Right.
Don't get me wrong, I do get lonely. There are times where I wake up and
We all
there's
get
nobody
lonely.
there.
I
get lonely. Don't get
be
me
lonely
wrong.
as hell. I have to rely on God.
But all the stuff
I ain't gonna lie, man. I've been living alone for a long time.
You know,
and
see-
I be wanting to be.
and when I met this man, and I saw who he was and his heart, and we always had that communication. That was always there. I could say that. We was always there. The sex was a bonus. I could take that. But
Is that what
it
forced
was-
you to try to force him to be with you?
no, it wasn't the sex. I just wanted his time. Whether it was just conversation, whether it was just we snuggled on the couch, whether it was just
Don't it feel good when you got somebody with
It
that
does.
body heat?
You know what I'm saying? There's been times where
I personally
we
can't
would sleep in
cuddle.
the bed and just spoon or cuddle.
I can't
and
do that.
Didn't have
I
sex.
can't do that. I can't do that.
10, 15 minutes, but long as you laying there beside me, I get
10, 15 minutes.
Color.
I can't do that. My body heat
But it was
Hey, I
is
said
at a very
I
high
got
level,
too.
and my penis works. I want to hunch. I want to do something. I'm gonna tell y'all right now.
No, we got our
Ladies
early
and
morning
gentlemen.
on though, but I'm
Ladies
just
and
saying.
gentlemen, I don't care how many times you got me off the moment we spoon. I forgot about the last time.
Right.
I'm not a cuddler for the
I get
fact
you.
that I am a grown man, and I'm only telling y'all this because it offended my ex.
Oh, no.
She started to feel like our relationship was based off of
Off of
sex,
sex.
because she'll walk by, I slap her on the booty, she think that's a sexual
Sexual
thing.
thing.
But in my mind now, in retrospect, I was like, no, you used to being touched by him and not me. Because in the beginning, everything. This is what I know about people,
Thank you.
and I'm not.
You answered. Yeah,
I'm
you
not
just,
making
you
this.
Just answered
I'm
something
just
that-
giving you a lesson learned. This is what I know about people. The same things that they applaud you for and tell you got time. The same things they applaud you for and tell you they love the most about you is the same thing they'll be mad at you for at some point. And I don't like it. I love when somebody appreciates me genuinely. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, she was telling me, you show me affection, you touch me, you feel me. You don't give me enough. I know you don't do the PDA. I appreciate the little bit you're giving me. And towards the end, me trying to touch her, me trying to show affection, me trying to still fight for what I love, turned her angry. So that's when I knew the attention was no longer on me. You know what I'm saying? Miss Johnson says people make time for what they want to. That's a fact.
That's true thinking, huh?
Miss Kiki says, I get so lonely. Laugh out loud. Baby, don't be lonely. God got you. You know what I'm saying? We don't all get to cuddle like I don't. You know, I like to have some pertinent buns in front of me in the evening. Some honey glazed buns with my ice cream on top. You know what I'm saying? Miss Johnson say, I can't let just anybody hold me. Nobody can. Because think about the worst person that ever messaged you or approached you telling you something nasty. It just feels nasty when you're not interested. We understand that there takes a connection for you to even be interested. Miss DC21 said, women need the romance too. That's a fact. That's a fact. Fellas out there, understand that it doesn't always mean penetration when it comes to intimacy. There's so many levels of intimacy out there. It's crazy for me to try to explain it right now. Intimacy is what that mouth do. I'm lying. I said that. That's a funny. It's not true. Fellas, 24-hour intimacy can just be you texting her, sexting her, or whatever the hell y'all do amongst each other and telling her how beautiful she is, how much you miss her. Intimacy could just be a gentle touch to the hand, letting her know, I got your back. Or you placing your hand on her shoulder, reassuring her that everything is going to be okay. Showing her that the bill's been paid is intimacy. Because now she feels comforted being in the possession of you. She's giving herself to you. She's comfortable. You know what I'm saying? So intimacy can happen on so many different levels. It's crazy. But it's not penetration. Fellas, we love the hot pocket. I know.
Hey,
we do.
Can I say something?
Absolutely, you can say something, fam. Chime in.
It's just basically
Camera on
she
you.
done got complacent and she is happy, she content, and then, you know, she might put on 5-10 pounds, but you still gotta love her just the way
5-10 pounds ain't nothing to me.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
30 pounds ain't nothing to me.
See,
They bodies
hey,
go through so
you know
many
what the
changes.
changes?
Baby, I want you because I want you.
Enough said.
I want
right
you
there.
because I want you.
I ain't with you for that.
Yeah.
I'm with you for your personality, your heart, your inside, not your outside.
Women beat themselves up enough. They don't
Enough
need our
about
help.
that. I want to tell you how beautiful you are on the inside and
Hello.
the outside.
Hello.
Cause that gonna goes a long way. And then a motherfucker telling you at the stove, he whistling at you, talking about, "Hey, yo, mommy, what's up? What your boy?" Then you like, oh. And then as soon as the next one talk to you, it's the same thing. But when the one at the house telling you how beautiful you are on the inside and what you do for them, you know, it's like it get old to you sometimes. I guess that ain't what you're looking for. I guess you're just used to the bad boy thing. But, you know, you got your good boy out there that got that bad boy in him. You don't want him to bring that out. But when they do bring it out, then he's crazy.
Girls are
Hey,
attracted.
he's crazy.
Girls are more attracted to the guys with a little strong edge now.
Hey, no doubt about it.
Let me read this comment. Miss Youngblood, she says, I like that from my significant other. It makes me feel good. Like he still wants me and is still attracted to me. Every woman wants to feel pretty.
Amen.
Every woman wants to feel beautiful on the inside. So when you say that, I can definitely, it resonates with me because I was raised around a lot of women. Yes, I had my father, but I was raised around a lot of women and I respect women. I have 2 daughters, so I understand the importance of what y'all go through mentally, what y'all bodies go through so many changes that it absolutely hurts y'all sometimes when a man doesn't acknowledge the fact that you tried. Today you woke up and you just tried. And if he doesn't say anything or give you the kind gesture of noticing you, I understand the amount of effect it can have on you. So I pride myself when I'm with a woman, whether dating or in a serious relationship, I pride myself on making sure she knows exactly how I feel. It doesn't always have to do with words. Every guy's not the same also. We got you big thugs out there that can't be vulnerable. I'm an open book. My heart on my sleeve, my collar, the bill of my hat. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the guy that hides vulnerability simply because I realize people gonna talk about you anyway.
That's true fact.
You can call me soft all you want to, bruh. You really can. Females that's too tough to be vulnerable. You can call me what you want to call me. At the end of the day, I'm going to attract the right woman for me simply because I understand not everybody is for me. But the woman that's for me will land in her place. She'll be a queen in her own right. Miss Johnson says, that's the Janet Jackson song, Solo. Absolutely.
Hey, I read a saying today though, bro.
Hold on one more second. Let me get through these last 3. Miss Johnson also says, intimacy is what that mind do, not what that mouth do. Yeah, you're right. I cracked the joke. That was just a joke. It's what that mind do. That's a fact. That's where the connection. That's where the connection starts here, and it moves down to the heart. They say you get the mind, the body will follow. An old slave owner, we all know him, the idiot, said, listen, this was his philosophy. He said, and matter of fact, it's perfectly quoted on the movie The Great Debaters. Y'all seen that one with Denzel Washington?
Absolutely.
He said, we attack the mind, we got their bodies. All he's saying is I destroy their minds. Make that mind believe what I want it to believe. Their body gonna do whatever I tell it to do.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a real thing. You start with the mind, the heart will follow. You know what I'm saying? Miss Jones, I feel you. She said it unlocks areas your dick can't reach. That's a fact.
That's
First
a
of
fact.
all, some of y'all vaginas, my dick won't reach no way. Let's just be honest. Listen, that's why there's a thing called equally yoked. After you have conversations, you know whether or not you can handle that woman, and she know whether or not you can carry the baggage that come with her. When I say baggage, it's not a negative thing. Some baggage is good baggage, such as kids.
That's a fact.
It's a beautiful bag to carry to the airport. That's a bag I'm willing to carry. But can I handle your kids? Because all kids ain't handled the same way. You know what I'm saying? Can I handle your vagina or your sex drive or the manner of life that you're living, your religious beliefs? All this is considered baggage. So when I say my penis can't reach certain vaginas anyway, it's a fact. Some of y'all come with that Grand Canyon. I don't. I ain't scared to say it live. It's recorded.
Oh my God.
They know it. I do well
True
what I
facts.
can do, but I understand that every woman is not for me. I understand that. That's not a downfall. The guys that are out there feeling less than about what you got in your pants, it's a woman out there for you.
That's
You're
a
just
fact.
not looking in the right place. So I'm going to move on to the next question because we tend. Hey, listen, I'm just going to keep it thunder on my platform. I'm going to keep it thunder. So how did it make both of y'all feel? Well, actually, I'm going to ask y'all this. What type of emotional strength did it take for you to close a chapter? A chapter you had to close in the past. Miss Nikki, you go first, baby. A chapter that you closed, did it take you through every emotion? Or did you know at the moment you was closing that chapter, it ain't take nothing for you? No strength at all, you just closed it. Like, shit, fuck them.
At the end, well, excuse me, at the beginning, I was stressed out. I was emotionally I checked out.
You were still tied to him.
Because my heart was there. This was the same person that when I said that I would never get married, this man made me change my mind. That's how hurt I was when I stepped away, because I had to let it go. Okay, I stepped away, and it's only, you know what I'm saying. And then once I stepped away, a few days later, my dad came up missing. Then a few days after that, they found him dead.
So you had a lot going
And
on
this
with that
man
closed chapter.
saw it on my story. The mutual friends that we had, he did not once says, I know we're no longer together. I'm sorry you're going through this. Da da da. Woo woo woo. You know what I'm saying? It took a year.
After the breakup?
After the breakup, before I can get my closure. And how it happened is this man never knew after the fact that he stopped coming to Tippers. I walked in on a Tuesday night. Chunky knows I'm pretty much there every night.
Hold on, we're not doing places and times.
No, I'm just saying. Okay, you're right, my bad. I really don't care. But I'm just saying.
I know you don't care, but baby,
I get it.
This is to protect you in years to come.
Right. But it took him to see that I was there. For him sitting at the bar with his brother and his peoples, sent me a messenger because I didn't change my number and everything.
Okay.
I'm so glad to see you. How are you doing?
What's wrong with
Can
that?
we talk? I had to get my best friend to reply back because I was like, did he have the audacity?
Why?
Because
He was there for you when you went through the hard time.
no, he was not.
I thought you said he said, I'm sorry.
He said, I'm sorry that night.
Oh, you hadn't heard from him for a year.
So y'all been out of
Oh, yeah,
So
nah.
we had, you know what I'm saying? And the cold part about it, he lived right down the street. Okay.
Okay.
For him to reach out, so I let him talk to me. I let him buy my drinks, whatever. I let him talk to me.
Oh, you took the drinks, but see how women do? No, that's, listen.
Just let me do me.
Yeah, go
Okay.
do you.
I let him.
Because I'm sure
you know
going
what
to
I'm
get on
saying?
your ass right after this.
I don't give a fuck. I took the drinks and I told him how I felt.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, regardless of how we ended our relationship, you saw everything on my timeline. My people's reached out and was like, hey, she's not in a good spot right now.
Okay.
If you cared for me and you loved me or whatever it was that you say that you did, don't tell me I wish I could turn back time.
I can dig that 100%.
Don't tell me I wish I could turn back time.
It's like ripping the sky
I just
off
thought,
the
right.
room. Yeah.
And then he said the next day, hey, are you coming out tonight? Yeah, I'm coming out tonight. All right, I need to talk to you. Not a problem. I'm there. But now he didn't brought his chick. He sat there the whole 2 hours and texted me while his chick was sitting right next to him. Sorry. Was sitting right next to him. Okay? In my mind, you ain't shit. You not.
I totally agree.
My best friend was actually texting back the whole time. Because I was like, is he for real? Is he for real? So he asked me, he said, I'm sorry. Meet me at the, whatchamacallit bar. I'll get you a drink, da-da-da. Can we go have dinner tomorrow so we can talk? Hey, I like to eat. I'm a big girl. Come on.
I ain't even mad at that.
I got me some English shrimp.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
And all the things that I couldn't say to him from all the, from that time and that missing time, I told him how I felt. I said, because you made me feel like we were no longer together because I started gaining weight. He always told me at the beginning he don't deal with women that get the turkey neck. Well, I was starting to gain turkey neck a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. It wasn't all that, but it was there.
Reason. That's no reason to mistreat a
When
woman.
I said it, he was like, well, you were kind of gaining it, but, that's not the reason. Okay, so, but I finally got my closure out. I finally said everything. I put everything on the table. Everything, all the questions like, why?
Yeah.
Just why did you have to lie to me? Why? Was it something that I did?
Wait, let me ask you something. Is this the same dude you had at the dinner table while you were getting busy?
No. That one was...
Okay,
yeah,
way back.
Yeah, that's over.
Okay.
That was
okay.
over. Yeah.
I was just finna say.
No.
Ain't no way you sitting up here telling me this sad story. And you was in the bathroom.
No, that happened before my Clarksville days. I've been here since 2010.
I'm with you.
Okay. So...
we not doing places and times.
So when I said everything that I had to say, I told him how hurt I was, how pissed I was. I hated him. I mean, I never wished the man dead, but I used to throw darts at his picture, just whatever I could to get my anger out because I was hurt. Like
it's
word.
line,
you know what I'm saying? But I never met him bodily harm.
Between love and hate.
Never met him bodily harm, or I wasn't that type of person. I just wanted to know why. What was it? What did I do something wrong? Was I not the person you met at the beginning? What was it? He said, no, none of it. He says, I just caught up. Once he said that and he apologized and did it, I had my closure. Well, I stopped texting. He didn't text me no more. I went home. He went home. Up until a few days ago. You want some company? You lonely? What the fuck? You got a whole woman that long. Well, I missed that. Oh, leave it alone. You know what I'm saying?
Just because he missed it, baby, he meant it.
But
he meant it, baby.
Okay,
he missed it.
I get that.
But
you have a whole woman at home, and I told him, I said,
it doesn't make him less sleazy.
I don't go back to the past.
It doesn't make him less sleazy for it. I'm just saying, men are not shameful for saying I miss it. And he was very specific about what he missed, so you got to respect the honesty.
But he did say, I miss that. I mean, not in that word.
I get it.
But I miss you too.
And that's even doper.
Because I guess he realized what he had.
He's just the wrong person to be telling you that because you've moved on.
And I did. I moved on.
Yeah.
I did. I mean.
So let me move forward. Chunky. On a closed chapter, if you can think of one, you have a closed chapter, correct? I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah.
What type of emotional strength did it take for you to close the chapter? And we get hurt in a different way, so I'm dying to hear this.
Man, it was a long, stressful year. Long.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
What type of things
it's just...
did you find yourself doing to get over that?
First of all, to get over it, another woman was never even a part of using that distraction of it.
Yeah.
You know,
You didn't need another woman to get over it.
I didn't need a woman to get over it.
You was that frustrated.
I was
Actually, go ahead.
I was frustrated enough that, you know, I got other hobbies.
Okay.
Some hobbies, excuse me,
Mm-hmm.
can't say it on here, but at the same point,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
You smoke.
I smoke like a
You can say
freight
that.
train.
You can say that. You
know,
smoke.
Okay. I smoke like a freight train. And,
Okay.
You know, I'm a big gun fanatic. So,
Okay.
I mean, that's my thing. That's how I cope with it,
Pool.
deal with it.
Shoot
and,
pool.
and, you know, and pool was a lot, and chess is a lot. You
Okay.
know? And that's really the main thing. I've been knowing Jay for a long time. I mean,
Hello.
we go way back from.
You go further back with my dad than me.
Yeah, I mean, his dad.
Yeah.
I sell cars for a living.
Yeah.
I do work at Y. Johnson Subaru Hyundai Mazda
Hello.
at 2425 William Rudolph Boulevard.
Hello.
So come see your boy.
Straight up. It'll take care of you.
So Jermaine is ultimate. So,
Hello.
but at the same point, that's what I dealt mine with, and you know, I didn't take myself out of being around people. I put myself around more people, but it wasn't the people that necessarily that I even talked to. You know, I went to the bar and I got in groups. I just, you know, I'm more the type of person I talk to anybody. And it's crazy.
Miss Kiki say, okay, Chunky with the pitch. Go ahead.
But at the same time, I talk to anybody, and I talk to women, and I get more women come talk to me just to even freaking talk because they think I'm funny and crazy and all. I love to have fun. I'm just a people person.
Yeah.
And I love people. I love to have fun. But if you're with me, you know I got your back. You know.
So back to the
So
emotional strength.
The
it
emotional
took
strength
you.
of it to that. Yes, I closed that once a year had went past and I was done with it. And I moved on with me and my kids, and that was it. You know,
It was that easy?
It was already open done with. They had done moved on, so it wasn't.
Oh, okay. It wasn't nothing for you to do but get yourself together.
Self together. I mean,
Okay.
that's the whole point. If
Yeah.
somebody else has already moved on,
Yeah.
there's no sense in you sitting there dreading on it and keep going back and forth. All you doing is causing more heartache and headache problem for them, so they can't even move on to their relationship, and their relationship get rocky. Then next thing you know is back at it. And now that's where you go to talking about, oh, you better get back together. No, you done. You done.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Let me ask y'all a question, Miss Nikki. Did you have any mutual friends with your ex partners? Miss Nokia, think about that question for a second. Any mutual friends? And there's a reason I'm asking you that. Miss Johnson says the hardest thing for her to do was swallow the prideful notion that I could keep a man. That's deep.
Yes, that is. Yeah,
That's
very
deep. I had a segment on that about women feeling like they could fix a man to keep a man. And the biggest thing I want to say is
That's
that
the same thing with guys too, though, brother.
the biggest thing I want to say about women keeping a man is that's the worst mistake you can make, because they are still human. They are absolutely showing you who they are every chance they get, no matter what they say. They're showing you who they are. What's deep for me is that I didn't deserve some of the women I came in contact with. I never deserved to even be in their company. So when they tried to tell me, Jermaine, you're this, Jermaine, you're that, that's not your heart. I see through what you're doing right now. I see more in you. They saw more in me before I could believe it was more in me, and that's dope. That's crazy for me to think back that far, and I could actually hear them looking me in the face and saying these things, and they believed in me before I believed in me as a man. You know what I'm saying? Because I spent so much time trying to convince them of something I wasn't living. Yes, it was in me, but I wasn't living it. So it was easy for me to voice it, but my actions didn't match naturally. You know what I'm saying? So a woman telling me, hey, listen, that's not you. That's not you, Solo. That's not you. Why you running with them dudes? You changed. You ain't even like that no more. Why you still, and what about you makes you get up in the morning and want to, no, your personality don't even match what you got going on. I couldn't hear none of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm running around toting my pistol on me. I'm running around inviting people into my life that never matched up with my destiny. You know what I'm saying? So when they were telling me this, it made no sense to me because I was so sold on this idea of what I wanted to be. This idea of what women were attracted to. The tough me. You know what I'm saying? When in all actuality, none of that matched up to my character that I had built on the inside. None of it matched up to what I was to become. And it looked funny on me to the women that were actually interested. The good girls, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? The quote unquote good girls always sat me down and said, hey, listen, I know for a fact you're better than what you're presenting. So I'm trying to give you a chance. But if you continue to do this, that, and the third, I can't do this. And I'm like, well, baby, we vibe. We good. No, we're not. Listen to what I'm telling you. We're not good because you keep doing this, that, and the third. I only get it now, many years later, why they weren't so interested. You know what I'm saying? I get it now. I get why I turned them off. It's because they were already walking in their purpose and being who they were naturally supposed to be. They weren't afraid of who their natural being was. They weren't afraid of that. I was fighting mine. I was in a tug of war between the streets and being who I was because my guys, who I thought were my guys, were telling me, this is how we hang. This is how we get the hoes. This is how we maintain a certain persona. This is how you look cool. And we all know guys want to be cool for y'all. We don't get dressed for us. We get dressed for y'all. We go shopping for y'all. We speak a certain way to impress y'all. Everything we do is to impress a woman 9 times out of 10. A nice car? Yeah, because I want a beautiful woman up front. Not a beautiful nigga. You know what I'm saying? He don't like the word nigga. Not a beautiful brother or white brother, whatever type of brother. Not a beautiful dude holding a penis. Born with the same thing I was born with. My biggest thing is I absolutely understand what they I appreciate what they did for me back then, because what they did was giving me memories. Mr. Tobias, I see you, sir. How you doing? Georgia Boy 23 was happening. He said as we get older, we learn to stand out instead of trying to fit in. That's a fact. That's all I was trying to say, long story short, is that I spent too much time trying to fit in, and also trying to fit in left me broke and destitute sometimes. And I mean emotionally, not financially. Emotionally, because the one thing I learned about trying to fit in is that when you force something, it doesn't fit. The moment you force it, all hell breaks loose because you broke something. Whether it was within you or the situation. You broke something trying to get it in there. A key that doesn't fit the lock is never going to fit the lock. It's going to either get stuck or you're going to have to break it off in there. You see what I'm saying? Mr. Tobias said, just sliding in, trying to catch some of this knowledge. All the knowledge is with you, brother. Everything I'm saying, I know you done been through and heard before. This is just confirmation. So I appreciate you showing up, family. The support is definitely appreciated. So I'm going to ask y'all, I'm going to slide back to y'all right now. How does it make you feel when people bring up your old chapters? Miss Nikki, I know you've been in situations where somebody has absolutely brought up who you used to be, and you're trying to live in the now. You're trying to live today, and they talking about oh shit.
Oh shit.
What does that do to you mentally?
It doesn't bother me because I grew. You know, I grew within the season. I grew within myself. I've learned. And that's one thing I've always, whether the relationships were good or whether it was bad, it was always a lesson. It was always something being learned. You know, we hear that same old saying is we learn something new every day. And yeah, we did. I learned, you know, so it doesn't bother me. I just can only tell them my experience and what I went through, you know, what roads that I took when I shouldn't took that road, but I took a chance because I had to learn, I had to grow. So it doesn't bother me personally, because sometimes I don't mind talking about it, you know, because I might touch something that I said might help out another person. So it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me at all.
Mr. Chunky, moving to you, sir.
I laugh at him because I asked him, I said, what make you think about my past and I don't even think about it? That's something on your mind that ain't even on my mind. Where you at? That made me wonder, like,
well, some
why
people are not
so worried.
Some people are not caught up on your growth.
But at the same point, that don't mean you got to be caught up on it. If you know I'm not in that situation or not in that relationship or whatever, why does it even matter?
Hello.
You know what I mean? That's the past. We ain't talking about the past.
I feel you.
And some people just get so caught up in the past. And like I said, I heard read a little term. Small people talk about things.
Small things. That's a fact.
So when you got people talking about small things like that, that's a circle that you don't want to be around completely at all anyway. You don't want to bring the negativity to your positive bubble. You want to keep everything positive. That's the only way you can move forward. You can't live in the past. It's over and done with. You can't say, I wish I could have done that. I wish I could have done this. All you can do it with the next person is try to do a little bit better that you didn't do the first time. You capitalize on the mistakes that you didn't make. Just like my sorry ass Atlanta Falcons, they can't capitalize. I was just putting that out there. And my Bulldogs, and I know he's a Roll Tide fan. He had to wear me out.
Roll Tide.
I'm still rolling with Georgia stuff in his domain. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you can't dread on the past, and you can't let somebody bring something back it up to make you get in that vulnerable situation, or like he said, not vulnerable, but get you in the state of mind like, man, the person you talking to now, you don't need to put that on them. You can't, because that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And that's a different topic that he probably going to talk on later.
Yeah.
But at the same point, that's what it's going to lead to.
Right.
Because when you bring that up, all of a sudden, your relationship might be going fucking Gucci.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, you like, fuck, this. It making you go back into this, that defensive mode and you know, that detective mode after you feel like, fuck, I'm comfortable, I don't need to worry about none of this shit, everything great. We still acknowledge everything that goes on.
Facts.
Still acknowledge everything that goes on. I mean,
Miss Johnson say it's good to reference your past just for a moment. How you feel about that?
How I feel about that, I don't. The past is
for yourself. For yourself.
For myself.
Yeah, personally.
What's the
reflecting
past is the past. I don't reflect on none of the past.
I build on my past a lot.
You know what I mean? But see, that's the thing about it. Once it's a past, I done took what was bad.
Oh, you saying you took the good out of it and moved on?
And moved on.
No.
You can't take the bad with you. But at the back of your mind,
you know what happened. You know what
happened, and you know what you need to fix.
So you're just saying you don't dwell in it.
You can't dwell in it.
No way.
And yes, you broke it down.
Yeah.
Yes, you can't dwell in it on what you have done.
Hello.
All you got to do is move on. But you can't hold that new person you're talking to accountable about the bullshit that went on then.
Exactly.
They are totally different fucking breed. And you got to treat them with that breed as something like, fuck, this is new change. You got to, hey, you can take your country boy and put him in the city, he'll survive. But you put that city boy in the country, he ain't gonna last long. I'm just telling you that now.
He will if he pay attention to another country person.
But there's no technology in the country.
I'm just saying people can adapt.
I'm just saying though.
We're
it's a
wired to
different
connect.
adapt.
We're wired to connect.
Correct.
So if he connects with the right person, he'll make it.
Look,
You know,
as you say that, let me say this right here, right
Go
quick,
ahead.
though.
Go ahead.
As you say, learn how to adapt. How many people have you known been really intelligent and computers and everything?
Miss Kiki, I feel you. I see you. Go ahead.
And they can talk to you anything about a computer, but to have a regular basic conversation, they can't. But you can take a country boy. He gonna know a little politics. They gonna
Well-rounded.
all that.
Well-rounded.
They're well-rounded. That's the whole thing about it. You got to be well-rounded. You just can't be stagnant to one pond water. You got to go. You got to maneuver out. That's why you get a big bass versus a smallmouth bass.
Mr. Johnson says your past is not going to be the present. Honestly, the person you were back then wouldn't be accepted by your circle today. That's a fact because they wouldn't understand those times or you acting out in those times. People that meet me now still ask me.
True facts.
People that meet me now ask me now, why the fuck do they call you Solo? I know your name, Jermaine. Then I have to go into the story about how I got that name. You know what I'm saying? And that story comes with a lot of negative connotation sometimes. But the thing about it is I kept the name because I believe that I grew even with that name. You know what I'm saying? They can call me whatever they want. I know who I am. I don't allow people to dictate who I am. Miss Kiki says, how can you be proud of your growth without acknowledging your past? Definitely don't dwell in your past, though. We all agree on that, correct?
Right.
Okay, Miss Johnson says that's the reason the rear windshield is smaller. That's a fact. The windshield is the big thing in the front. Then you got the rear mirror. We ain't supposed to be looking in that driving forward. That's a fact. Ms. Johnson say reflect on what's behind you, knowing your future is larger and brighter. All this good knowledge, Ms. Johnson. Come on in.
Yes, ma'am.
She must got on her good panties today. She got on the pretty panties. She talking. You know what I'm saying? But ladies and gentlemen, on a serious note, everything that they had to say, everything y'all had to say, I want to say, bless everybody that showed up today. My people that showed up today. I'm so thankful just to be here. Like I could have been anywhere doing something I don't love, but this is the thing I love, and this is the thing I do because I learned so much from y'all's point of view. I learned so much from how much you give